Oh, what's going on, people? Hang on one second. Hope everybody's having a great day. It is cold, man. It's 33 degrees here. Um, but no, I'm going to chat with you guys for a little bit. I've been up since about 6:30, working on some commissions, answering emails, PM, stuff like that. So I want to take a break for a minute to talk to you guys about some stuff. So we're almost to the end of the year, and excuse me. And of course, I want to go over. So we've got, I've been doing this almost 8 years. Um, and hang on one second. Um, and I've only made a few changes, during that time to my business model. Um, from, the way I did giveaways or the way I did pre-sales or the way I did mystery boxes and sale events and even my pricing, whether it be the prices I charge for exclusives, the prices I charge for commissions, um, the prices I charge to do, cover work for people. Whether it's retailer exclusives for companies or whether it's, uh, covers for indie creators. So I've made very minimal changes in the last, 7 years. I think I've only had two small price increases when it came to commission and stuff. Like when you look at other people that's a professional artist like me who has a similar following and a similar uh, library of work, I'm extremely lower in my prices than what they are. Excuse me. I'm anywhere between $50 to $100 less than what they charge for commissions. I'm usually around $100 to $200 less what they charge to do covers for people for publication. So I've done very minimal increases on stuff. Um, you know, um, I've always signed stuff for free at shows. Um, the only time there's ever a signature fee is usually on pre-sales on books because those are kind of open to the public and even people that not aren't fans of mine or followers of mine can purchase those books and stuff, and you know and those are usually handled with the retailer, and that's what their fees are because you have to be kind of blanket on your fees. If you're going to charge signatures, you got to kind of charge them through on everything you do, because then you got people, oh, well, I didn't pay for a signature last time, but this time you got a fee on it because it's a different artist. So that, most retailers, they just have that, signatures are, this price, remarks are this price. And even though that money may go to the artist, it's still this blanket price range to keep things simplified. Because a lot of times people don't realize that, some artists don't charge signatures, some do. But, if they get it free this time and then next time they have to pay when it's a different artist, they make an issue out of it. So that's why they just do that. But me personally, at Comic Cons or store signing events, I don't charge for signatures. And that applied whether bought something off my table, I signed it for free, or whether you brought books to me you bought in the past and I signed for free, or and the quantity didn't even matter to me at shows. I've had people bring one or two books for me to sign, and then I've had people bring 20. and I wouldn't charge for signatures. So there's a lot of change, like, and then everyone else in my lane of work and popularity, they are charging for signatures. They're charging, you know, $10 a signature or $5 a signature at the first two, and some are charging it right out the gate. Period. And people are paying it. You know, and you know, and that's not unusual. That's the norm for the industry. We're kind of the unusuals by not charging. And then you got people upcharging if it's a witness signature for CGC or CBCS or something like that. So now it's a $20 signature. So there's a lot of things that the majority of other artists and creators do that I don't do, that I've got to start doing. Because, you know, like I said, these are people I've done more work than, I do better work than, and, you know, I tend to be more dependable than. You know, I treat fans better than they do. And that's not a bragging thing, that's just a state of fact. And yet I'm the one that's kind of taking the low ball, you know, end of it, and they're getting to get what they want, when they want, how they want, just because whatever reason. So, you know, there's definitely things about my business model that has to change. You know, I can't operate the way I've done, you know, I was doing 4 years ago, 5 years ago, and that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm still operating like I was 5 years ago. Um, um, so yeah, it's you know, and the other thing too is, you know, the other thing a lot of other people don't do is they don't allow people to claim stuff and pay later. You know, most of them don't even interact with you direct. You got to go to their website to buy shit. You know what I'm saying? Um, so, you know, I tend to interact direct. A lot of people won't even go to the website to buy stuff because they can just message me and they know I'll answer them at any time within a reasonable time frame. You know, an hour, a lot of times an hour at the most. You know, but most of the time I answer people immediately because my phone's usually sitting right next to where I'm working. Uh, so yeah, there's definitely some stuff that has to change because it's just a business and a business has to grow. There's things in 2026 that's going to have to change about the Kickstarters because, as you guys know, I pre-do my books, so they're 100% done before we activate the Kickstarter, and I'm just using the Kickstarter as a way to recoup my money. And luckily, all the fans have shown up, and everything's been in the black every time. So I've made my money back plus a little profit to go into the next book. But doing that, you know, creating these books prior to the Kickstarter costs, you know, and in order to do it to where we're doing 3 books a year, 4 books a year instead of 1 book a year, 1 book every year and a half, like the majority, I have to pay for all this out of my own pocket, which is fine. But doing that allows you guys to get the books closer together. Instead of you getting 1 book a year, 1 book every year and a half, you're getting 3 books a year, 4 books a year. So you get to read the stuff closer together. But in doing that, having to have a team, you know, helping me make that possible instead of me just doing 90% of it by myself. Which if I did, you know, if I did the artwork, I did the colors, I did, you know, all that myself, we would be looking at 1 book a year, 1 book every year and a half because of all the travel I do and all the other work I do for other people. So, you know, I accept that. I understand that. And I take that loss on money, spending $4 grand a book out of my own pocket that I technically could save if I did it myself. But again, you wouldn't get the book nowhere near as fast. So I'd rather you guys have the book faster than me making that, you know, extra profit. So, but doing that, when you divide it all up, when you take all of the project and you divide it between the money spent for creating it, paying the artist, paying the colorist, paying the letterer, paying the writer, all these or the script writer, and then the printing, then the shipping, materials, et cetera, et cetera. Like, we divided it all up one day, and it was averaging a little over $15 a book in total creation, printing, money spent. And then on the Kickstarter, we're selling most of the books for $15. So we're breaking even. The only place we're making any money, generating any money, is, on the, the foils or the metals or the little fun, exclusives, variant stuff. That's the only place. So the things that are going, and say hi, guys. There's like 4 or 5 of you in here. Say hello. Is chat not working? It's, and like I said, I knew that going into it. I knew that, understanding that, and that's fine. But we're going to have, and it's going to have to change. So let's start with what all is changing for 2026 with the Art of William Russell business. My fee. All right, so let's break it down. So I'm going to explain each thing and why I did it the way I did it, and why I've done it the way I've done it for 7 years. We'll talk the last 5 years, because that's where it's really blown up. The last 4 or 5 years. So when I do retailer exclusives for a retailer, so when I do an exclusive for a retailer, for Image Comics or Dynamite or whatever the case may be, my fee I charge that person to do said cover is $600, and 100 of that $600, 75 to 100 of that money I pay my colorist. When it comes to Dave or Dan or whatever, or whoever the colorist I'm using, the fees can vary. But my point is, out of that money they pay me, I pay the colorist. And the reason I do that is because I trust my colorists, and my colorists understand a lot of the deadlines I'm on. So I don't have to babysit them. I don't have to handhold them. I don't really let the retailer go pick out some colorist. I include it in my fee, so that way they'll use my colorist, and I can have a bit of control there when the stuff gets done and things like that. And I trust these people. Whether it's Arturo, whether it's Dan, whether it's Dave, whoever's doing my colors at that moment. And I keep usually around 3 colorists on tap because of the amount of work I'm dropping. Out of that fee, I pay them. And then when the book's printed, if it's a retailer exclusive, 500 print run minimum, I get at least 40 copies of that book as my artist comps. That's included in my fee. Now, to put that in perspective, other people who are in my lane of popularity, who's done a similar library of work as I have, now don't get me wrong, I've still done more than them because they just can't catch up. And I'm not bashing them. I'm just saying, they doing other shit, and I'm a workaholic. So it is a little different in that scenario. But my point is they're in my lane of popularity, so to speak. They've got a similar fan base. They've got a similar work library. And they're usually charging $150 to $200 more than what I'm charging to do cover. So they're wanting $700 to do cover, $750. So I charge $600, and you got to hire a colorist with them, or pay their colorist that they want to use. Is chat not working? There's like 5 of you guys in here, but I don't see any comments. Somebody say hi. Let me know comments are working. Let's see if that's acting stupid. Because Lord knows Facebook acts stupid, and hell, StreamYard probably next. But so that's the way it works with them. Then when it comes to indie creators, I do give them a discount because I know what it's like to be an indie creator and money is tight. I do a cover for them for $400. And when what's up, Timothy? And when the book is printed, I get 10 to 15 copies of that book when it's printed. Now, the other thing that's part of that clause, I give you the discount up front. If that book does not see the light of day, and hasn't been printed in 2 years, I give you tons of time, 2 years for that book to see the light of day. If it doesn't, you owe me that $200 discount, because I no longer have the books I can sell. And that's why I work with them and I give them the discount, because I can charge $400. Now, mind you, I'm getting $400. I'm still paying my colorist $75 to $100, depending on who's doing it, out of that $400. And then you give me 15 copies of my cover when it's published. I'll take those books and I'll sell them at shows for $15, $20 a pop, and I'll recoup that discount I gave you. But if you don't ever print that book, if it never sees the light of day, you owe me $200. And I've got 5 projects right now that are over 3 years, and they haven't printed their book, and they haven't given me my $200. Yeah, sure thing, man. So, I mean, I give a huge discount where these other people are giving 0 discounts. It's $700, period, if you want them to do their cover, do your cover. There is no discount, and they still want comps, and you still got to find the colors. So I do a shitload of extra. Then on top of it, I promote the living hell out of every project I'm part of. I also, when I do retailer exclusives, I usually do the pre-sale posts for them. And then I babysit that post over 2 weeks, every single day, you know, tagging them on it. Every time somebody claims an order, I tag the retailer so they can see every single claim to try to maximize their profit. And I not only promote it to my page multiple times a week, I promote it to other groups and pages for the comic world multiple times a week. So I don't get paid to do that. You know, I just kind of view it as part of it. So that's got to change. So what's going to change there's not really much going to change on the retailer side because, you know, I charge $600 to do a cover. And then it's a 500 print run book, you know, whether it's Image or Dynamite or whomever, whatever their minimum, you know, the minimum is 500, and then it goes up to 1,000 and then 3,000, depending on the company. So that will kind of stay the same. It'll be $600 for the cover work. I pay my colorist out of my money. And when the book's printed, I get 40 comp copies of that book. The other thing is when it comes to indie, because I do too much. I promote the living hell out of indie books the same way I do retailer exclusives. When that Kickstarter runs for 30 days, I'm promoting it every single week. Again, to all 4 of my social media platforms, pages and platforms. And then I'm also sharing it to a lot of Facebook groups every single week. I don't get paid to do that, but I do it. And I'm getting burned too many times now. Like I said, there's like at least 5 or 6 projects that I've gotten burned on that are over 3 years owed, that they still haven't given me my $200 or put the book to print. And that was in the agreement from the get-go. And like I said, I give them plenty of time to send the book to print. They get 2 years. Most people wouldn't even do that. Well, most people aren't doing the discount, period. So they wouldn't even be an issue. So that's going to change. Unless it's someone that I've worked with on a regular basis that I know I can trust. So basically it's this. From now on, first timers, because again, I bring too much to the table. I do. Quality work, deadlines met, I have quality colors, I promote the living hell out of it. My fan base shows up and supports the projects. They buy almost everything I do. So whether it's Kickstarters, retail exclusives, my fans are showing up for the majority of it. So what's going to happen is people I've worked with in the past that's proven themselves, I'll continue to do the $400 discount, the $400 work, pay my colorist out of my money from that project, and then promote it as usual. And then they give me the 15 comps when the book's printed. Like I said, they've proven themselves. So that's going to kind of stay that. When it comes to new people, because that's the ones I've gotten burned on, is someone that shows up. Sorry about the shadow or the Stupid damn fuzziness. I don't know if it's showing on y'all's end. What the hell? Like, there's like 3 or 4 of you in here. Why is no one saying hi? Why y'all being snobby? Are y'all my haters hanging out just watching on fake accounts? Is that who the ghost people are? That's not saying shit. So with new people, I just can't do it anymore. I can't. Like I said, I've got 5 or 6 projects. I know at least 5, but I think it's 6, but I know at least 5. So think about that for a moment. I have 5 creators, each that owe me $200 a pop. That's 5 creators. Focus. That's 5 creators. What's up, Daniel? That's 5 creators that owe me $200 a piece. That's $1,000. That's $1,000 owed to me since the past 3 years. So that they've owed me that money for a stupid length of time, and none of them's come forward and say, hey, I don't know when this book's going, because that's all they got to do. They can come forward and say, hey, I don't know when my book's going to go to print. So instead of me giving you comps whenever it does go to print, I'm just going to give you your $200 difference and we'll call it even. And I'm fine with that, but not a single one has done that. 5 people, that's $1,000 that is owed to me. Hey, what's up, Brian? Oh, got you. So that's going to change right there. So from now on, anyone that comes to me that's an indie creator that wants me to do a cover for them, it's going to be the normal fee, and I don't want any comps. I'll just buy some comps from you if I want the comps. You know what I mean? I'll pay for the printing of them. No more comps for first timers. I just can't do it, because the other sad thing is I can't even sell the original art. So because I still have the original art to that cover, I can't sell it. One, they don't want me to sell it because they don't want nobody to see the artwork. So they don't want you to sell it. Secondly, I can't sell it because nobody knows who the hell that shit is, and nobody's going to pay cover price. I mean, published cover value for published artwork that's not published. You know what I'm saying? Like, even indie has a price on it in the indie community. People buy indie covers all the time, original artwork for indie covers, but they're not going to buy one that's not published. That ain't shit no more. And it's off the wall characters. So it's not like it's a Batman character. Like if I drew Batman, or if I drew Spawn, or I drew Vampirella for a cover and then it didn't get used, that's okay. That character still has value, and it's an unpublished cover. That still has a collectability market. Indie doesn't really have an unpublished cover market collector, because there's no value there. It's just a random commission of characters nobody knows shit about. So you can't even sell that to recoup your $200 discount or whatever discount you may have gave someone. So you're losing ass tremendously. So that's $1,000. So that's 5 pieces of original art that I drew and inked. With it being an indie book, I normally low sell them for $300 for the pencils, $300 for the inks. So there's $600 times 5. See what I mean? So, you take $600, times 5. I mean, you've got $3,000 right there. You add on the other $1,000 of the $200 per that people owe you, there's another $1,000. So I'm owed $4,000 right now. Because I can't sell, like I said, I can't sell the originals. They physically owe me $1,000, but considering I can't sell that to recoup anything, there's lost money there too, because the book never saw light of day. That is so weird how it's just focused right here, you turd. Sorry for the blurry in this guy. So that's the impact it creates. you know, you know, so that's going to change. If you're a first-time indie creator, you're going to have to pay my fee. I've earned it. I worked my ass off for it. When you bring me on, there's so much other that you get for free. You get my fan base for free. You get my work ethic for free. You get my promoting for free. So you get all that on top of the artwork. You get access to my professional colorist who knows how to act right. You get all of that. All that shit is out of your hands, and you don't have to stress. You don't have to worry about nothing when it comes to me. So you get all of that free because I don't upcharge for it, you know, like some people claim to do. Oh, well, I'm so-and-so, so this is my price. You know what I'm talking about? So that's going to change right there. Thank you, Timothy. Yeah, I do. I'm not saying that as a bragging thing, but I work my ass off for people. I promote more than any other fucking artist on the market, period, hands down. I dare anybody prove me different. My fan base shows up more consistent than most other artists I see. You know, I've got great fans that respect what I do and they want to show up for a lot of it. Buying books a lot of times they're buying books they don't know shit about you. They have no interest in you. And the only damn reason that my book is the top seller on your Kickstarter is because of my fans are wanting to support me. And you benefit from them supporting me by them going and grabbing my book. So that's fact. I've seen the numbers. Okay. So that's what's going to happen in that category when it comes to doing cover work. Retailer, that thing will stay the same for right now. But indie creators, the first time I work with you, you're going to have to pay the regular price. Now, after I worked with you the first time and everything went fine with no hiccups, and you come back to me for a second cover on the book or another IP, I'll give you the discount then. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I'll trust you to make right on that one. But that first one, like I said, right now I have over $1,000 owed to me, and nobody's stepping up to say, hey, you know what? Here's your $200. We just won't worry about the comps. None of them have said that. And I've done these videos before saying that's all they would have to do because I don't want to have to necessarily name drop them. But I mean, we're over 3 years on some of them, you know, because I kind of put my foot down over the last couple of years when I saw this shit happening. So these 5 creators, for the most part, they're 3 years late. So it's that bad. Now, so that's what's going to happen there with published cover work. Now, let's talk about commissions. Because I want to do something that the majority of artists do not do. Because I'm big about fan appreciation. That's why I do so many giveaways and things through the year. That's why I do big sales a couple times a year. That's customer, you know, fan only stuff. Like if I don't know you, you don't get to buy shit. Like it's like that. So things are going to change to that. Things are going to change to the commissions. Things are going to change to the giveaways and raffles and stuff like that because I do too much, as some people stated in the community. And I do a shitload for you guys that most don't do. I mean, I can tell you right now, there ain't no other fucking artist that's done bigger giveaways than me. It ain't happening. I refuse to let it happen. That's just my ego for it. Nobody's going to outwork me. Nobody's going to fan support me. It's just not going to happen. I love my fans. I appreciate my fans, and I want them to know that on almost a daily basis. So, but things do have to change because I'm getting too many people that the only time they show up for shit is a giveaway. And then when they win said giveaway items, they don't even have the decency and the respect to make a post saying thank you and where they won it. They don't even bother to share it. They'll throw that shit in their closet or wherever the fuck they do with it, excuse my language, and then that's the end of it. I don't see a thank you. I don't see a post. I don't even get a message in the mail. I mean, I did a live giveaway earlier this year where I gave away $1,000 worth of original art, including some published cover art for free. No strings attached. You didn't even, I think the only thing you had to do was pay the shipping on it. That was it. Oh, you spent $10 for a $500 item or a $300 item or a $200 item. It was around 15 people that got stuff. I saw 3 thank you posts. And some of them people got $300 items, $200 items, $80 items. I saw 3 thank you posts. And I'm sorry, if somebody gives you shit and there's no strings attached, you didn't have to go to my website and spend a certain amount of money to get entered in a giveaway or some shit like that, which is what the majority of everyone else does. That's their giveaways. Oh, I'll enter your name in a giveaway, but you got to go buy something off my website first. And I'm not bashing that per se. That's their business model. They can do it however they want to. And I get it. I understand it. Because at least if they buy something from you and you enter their name in a giveaway, at least you benefited something. You got traction to your website and they spent money. So you don't need a thank you. You know what I mean? But when somebody does something for you, and when it's the rare thing, because the majority of artists don't do it, your ass can at least go make a damn 20-second post showing off what you won and saying thank you. But yeah, out of like 15 people, I saw 3 thank you posts where people got shit. And I know that for a fact because I went to their page about 3 weeks after the giveaway and I scrolled their page for each winner and 3 people posted something. So this is what's going to happen with giveaways. From now on, the only people that are eligible for giveaways are 2 avenues, because not everybody has money to buy stuff all the time. And I get that, even though my stuff is stupidly cheap in most cases. I mean, $15 books and, $20 books, So here's the way my giveaways are going to work from this point forward. There are no more open-ended giveaways for just anybody to show up. Okay. And it's per year. This is based on year. When I'm going to change my giveaways to where I do them a few times a year, probably start of the year, middle of the year, end of the year, or it could be random. I don't know, because I tend to do giveaways randomly when I'm feeling it. You know what I mean? But I do them several times a year. But here's the catch to it. The only people that can win anything I give away, they have to be existing customers. And there's 2 ways you can be a customer to me. One is you're buying actual physical merchandise, whether you're buying stuff from me at Comic-Cons, you're buying stuff off my website, you're backing the Kickstarters, things like that. If you're physically spending money some way with me in whatever avenue, you can enter any of the giveaways, as many as you want. If that year, if you supported a Kickstarter, you can enjoy the giveaways. If you went to my website and bought merchandise, you can enjoy the giveaways. If you saw me at a Comic-Con or an in-store signing event at a comic shop and you spent money with me, you can enter the giveaways. The other way is if you promote me and my projects heavily, and I don't mean occasionally. That one's going to work a little different. If I see you tagging me ever so often, like when I launch a Kickstarter and you're sharing it, you're good. If I launch a sale that I'm doing, on my website and you share it, you're good. If you're promoting my website, you're good. If you're promoting some Comic-Con I'm going to be at, you're good. If you're promoting my business and contributing that way, you can enter the giveaways. But if you're a name I don't recognize, or the only time I ever see your name is when you show up to one of my live giveaways, which I see that happening, you're not getting shit. And I don't care whether that pisses you off or not. I'm running a business here, not a fucking charity. I do giveaways as appreciation to my fans for the love and the support they show me. Too many of you are on my friends list to sit around and twiddle your thumbs until you see me doing free shit. And then you show up and then you want to give me some fucking story about, oh yeah, man, I saw so-and-so, I wish I could have backed it. Well, why didn't you share it? Could have done that. So I'm done with that. I do too much. I do too many giveaways. I mean, just like case in point, I gave away $2,000 worth of damn t-shirts on the Kickstarter for free, no strings attached, no cap on what you spent. I saw a handful of people say thank you. And I get that, I get some people's mentality. You shouldn't do shit for a thank you or do shit for a pat on the back, but fuck no, that's what you do in charity. This is a business, and I'm trying to do stuff to respect you guys as fans and show appreciation to you guys as fans, because the majority of artists don't. They treat you like a fucking penny bank, and they treat you like you owe them the world, and they don't do shit for you. So we're, some of us are trying to show a different way of doing things, even to our own detriment, where people want to bash us for doing it. People bashed me for giving away $2,000 worth of t-shirts on a Kickstarter. People bashed me when I did the $1,000 giveaway that night. So we get bashed for trying to do good, So it's not a win-win for us. It's not like it generates more money for us. Let's be fucking honest. There's people that won $500 artwork that it's not like they went to my website the next day. You said, you know what? William did awesome. I won this $500 piece of art, or this $200 piece of art. You know what? I'm going to go to his website and I'm going to buy a $20 exclusive. It ain't like that's the shit that happens. That is not what happens. They don't even share the shit when they get it in the mail, So that's the way giveaways are going to change. If you want to win something from one of my giveaways, you either have to spend money with me during that year at some point, or you have to be promoting my content heavily. That's the only two ways. No more. Show up, win something, while my actual money spending, sharing, supportive fans, actual fans, miss out because Joe Blow, who hasn't done shit in the 4 years he's been on my friends list, hasn't shared shit, hasn't bought shit, shows up and wins something. Nope, no more of that. So sorry, boo-boo. Y'all can go, if that's the way you want, you can unfriend me right now. I don't have a problem with that. I mean, I deleted 1,800 or 1,200 people earlier this year, 2,800 people last year. I don't have a problem booting people that waste my time, or booting people that are here to leech off my fan base. Because that's the sad thing. We do have a lot of people. The only reason they're on our friends list, is so they can mooch off of our friends list. So they're other creators, or they're other retailers, or they're people that don't do shit for us, but they'll get friends with us. And then they'll send out friend invites to all the people we know so they can build up their platforms. So sadly, that does happen. But then they'll show up for the free shit. They don't show up to support a Kickstarter. They don't show up to share out one. They don't show up to see. I've had people on my fucking friends list that have benefited from my generosity, that have walked past me at Comic-Cons and not even said hi. Or at the same Comic-Con, fly in from across the country and couldn't even stop at my table and say hello, that have benefited from my generosity. So no more. Daddy's free shit is closed for the non-supportive. So the only people that are going to benefit from my giveaways from now on are my existing supportive fans. That's it. And there's two ways to earn it. Buy shit, promote shit. That's all you got to do. And you can enter as many giveaways that I do as you want. But no more. Joe Blow that bought something 5 years ago ain't winning shit. This is going to be a get as you go situation, or a get as you support situation. I'm not doing it no more. I'm done. I give away way too much to people to be disrespected. I'm done with that. It's going to be existing fans only from now on. Sorry. If you want something, buy something. It's that easy. If you don't, unfriend me and bounce. It's okay. I'm not going to send you a PM, say, where'd you go? It's okay. If you don't like those rules, bounce. But that is the rules starting 2026, boo-boo. I'm done being everybody's fucking stepping stone. I do too much for the community. People be fucking disrespecting me. What's up, Donald? I do way too much for people to be abusing what I do. Now, so that's the way that's going to work on that. Now let's talk about commissions, because I want to do it in a way that my consistent fans, supportive fans benefit. So here's what we're going to do when it comes to fans buying commissions or people buying commissions. My commission rates are going to change a little because, again, I go overboard when I do things for you guys. I'm already cheaper than most people in my lane of popularity, so I'm still below them. Right now, my headshots in color, I tend to charge $180 for headshots in color. Full body or half bodies in color on a sketch blank, I usually charge around $250. Full bodies in full color on a sketch blank, I usually charge around $300. I don't charge for the blank. I've never done that unless it's a super, super, super rare blank. Some blanks I have no choice but to charge more. When I get when I get a Lady Death blank, I have to charge $30 for that blank because that's what it costs me to buy it. And they're rare as hell. And that's when I bought it on day one. Now they can be $30 to $60 a pop. The other, so there are certain blanks I do have to pay. I will have to charge for because it costs me more to get them. Most blanks, I get them on day one. I pay cover price, not a big deal. A lot of blanks at cons, Venom, Bad Who Laughs, because those are my two most requested commissions. Sometimes I have to pay $10 to $15 for those blanks. Usually, I don't even charge you guys for those blanks. So my fee's just for the art. I don't charge for the blank. Most of the time, the shipping is included in my fee. So that's going to change because shipping costs have gone up. Shipping materials have gone up. Now, sometimes I do charge shipping. Sometimes I don't. It just depends on when I'm doing it. So that's going to change. So headshots in color are going to 200. Because other people in my lane of popularity are charging 250. And in some cases, 300. And that's any character. I'm not going to play this stupid game where, it's a premium. It's my most requested character, so I got to charge you more. I'm not playing those stupid ass games. I think that's dumbass bullshit. Same thing when it comes to signing books. I have to charge more because this is a premium book. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. But anyway, to each their own. That's their business model. They can do what they want. So what I'm going to do, so headshots are going to 200 in color on sketch blanks. And that includes shipping. So it's a very small increase in price. Half bodies are going to go to 260. Half bodies are going to go to half bodies are going to go. Half bodies are going to go to 260. That includes shipping in the US. Full bodies are going to go to 350. And in my personal opinion, I don't think full bodies look that good on sketch blanks. I think half body looks good and headshots look great. But I draw what people want me to draw. And I always explain that to them. I can do full bodies and they look good, but half bodies look best and full body and headshots look better. But anyway, so that's going to go to 300. That includes shipping. 350. That includes shipping in the US. That's a very small increase in price, especially considering what you guys are getting at compared to what I've seen some of the artwork that are bigger names than me, and my artwork looks better than theirs, because they half-assed it. Speed for them, they're trying to rush shit out the door. So my quality is already better than theirs. And my price still isn't nowhere near theirs. I've seen people charging $400 and $500 for a head sketch in color, and when I look at it compared to mine runs fucking circles around theirs artistically, art-wise. Yes, they got a little bit bigger name than me, but that doesn't mean shit when it comes to a blank. It really doesn't. That only means stuff on rare items. It adds a little value. They're going to be worth a little more, but it's not that big deal. What's up, Kyle? Yeah, that's exactly right, Kyle. I've had people walk up to my table at shows who got a commission from me, went and got so and so who has a bigger name than me, paid twice what they paid for me, come back to my table pissed off. Now, to be fair, I tell them, you should have told that artist you were pissed off. Fuck these artists and their egos thinking that because they drew you something that you owe them all the gratitude in the world. No, bitch, I paid you to draw this. You didn't give me nothing for free. So I don't owe you shit. You owe me because I paid you to do a job. And sometimes artists can be having an off day. I've had it where something didn't look as good as I thought it should. We can have bad days where the art's just not arty. You know what I mean? It can happen. Give them the benefit of the doubt. Tell them you're not happy. Give them the opportunity to redraw it. But don't walk away from their table paying $500, $600, $700 for a freaking headshot in color that looks half-assed. Don't do it because that's why they continue to do it. Because y'all don't say shit. But I've had them walk to my table, lay the artwork on my table, and sit there and say, "This is the shit I don't get. This is why I keep buying art from you. This is what I don't understand. How am I paying your fee and I'm getting this, and then I'm paying his inflated ass fee and I'm getting this? It's bullshit. But it's because y'all allow it. Let's be fair. Y'all can say shit. It's just a lot of you are scared to say something. And don't be scared to say shit to anybody. You paid to do a job. You know, you don't owe them shit. You paid them to do a job. So yes, my prices are going to go up a little, but it's a minimal increase. But here's the other thing I'm going to start doing though. For return customers, return fans that buy multiple sketches over time, you guys get a $50 discount. So if you've ever ordered a commission from me, whether it's whether it's a headshot, whether it's a half body, whether it's a full body, the next time you order a piece from me that year, now it's per year. You don't get to order one and then 5 years from now you get a $50 discount. That's not how it works. If you're somebody that, because there's a lot of you guys that order multiple commissions from me through the year, and I love you for it. And that's why I want to give back to you guys. So I do have to do a price increase overall because I haven't done one in like 3 years. And when I did one last time, it was a $10 increase. See what I mean? So anytime you order a commission from me, all this starts in 2026. So be ready. My commission list opens up January the 1st. There'll be like 60 or 70 spots for the first half of the year. Then my commission list closes. It won't open back up again until June the 1st. But if you've ordered commissions from me, and then let's say a month later or 3 months later, you order another commission from me, you get a $50 discount. That's fucking huge. No one does that. Period. I know I checked on the majority. I looked at a lot of websites. There ain't no return customer discounts. Now, I'm not saying they don't do it in the PMs with you. I'm sure some artists do it that love you and appreciate. You know what? Yeah, you ordered from me last time. You know what? I'll give you free shipping, or I won't charge you for the blank, or I'll throw in free color. Like I'm sure they've done that, but it's not the most. It's not the majority. So that's what's going to happen with commissions. Price is going up just a little. If you're a returning customer, you've ordered something earlier that year or whatever, you get a $50 discount on your next order. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, it's not $50 off every item on the, like you contact me and you're getting 5 commissions. It's not $50 discount on each one. Now, because I already do a discount for that. So I do have a discount in place already. Some of you have benefited from it. That have contacted me and went, hey, I've got 3 commissions. I want this, this, and this. I'd like to order them all at once to get them done in similar time frames. And I sure, no problem. I tell you what, we'll do it for this price. I always give a discount on stuff like that. So that's already there. That's how that changes. The other signatures, because this year, Last year I saw it a little bit, but 2024 or 2025, I saw it a lot. My name has been listed on sellers' websites. So there's people that flip comics that travel to Comic Cons, and you can pay them, you can send them a book or buy one of their books if they have one of that artist. Or you can send your own book to them, and they'll run around the Comic Con and get your book signed for you for a fee. Totally understandable, nothing wrong with it. But I've noticed people have sent me screenshots where people have, because I've always signed my stuff for free at shows. Didn't matter whether you brought me one book or you brought me 50. I signed them all for free. But the year before in 2025, I've been getting, especially 2025, I've been seeing screenshots where people have sent me saying, hey, just a heads up, so-and-so has you on their website being at MegaCon Orlando or being at New York or being at any of these other big shows. They've got you listed on their website at that show, and they've got your signature listed at $10. Now, I don't have a problem with that per se, because I consider that lazy tax. You weren't able to get, or convenience tax, however you want to word it. You weren't able to be at that show, so you're paying someone else to run around, go stand in line, wait their turn. I get it. And the majority of artists at shows are charging $10 signed books. You got some that charge $10, but the first two are free, or they charge $5, but the first two are free. That's the norm. So they're charging people $10 for my free signature. And like I said, I don't have an issue with that, because that's the convenience tax you're paying for someone else to do the legwork. But if I know they're a retailer, I would charge them $5. So they made $5, I made $5. What burnt me, what pissed me off, was I was at MegaCon Orlando earlier this year, and I knew that these people had me listed on their website being at that show, and they were selling my signatures for $10 a pop. Well, I'm sitting there at my table signing stuff for fans. This guy walks up. I've never seen him. And I'm very good with faces. I'm terrible with names, but I do not forget faces. Whether I saw you on Facebook or whether I saw you at a show, I've never seen this guy. He's got two or three of my books, and they're all different. And I'm signing. I look up and I see him standing. He's just standing there waiting. I was like, hey, what's up, bud? I was like, I'll be with you in just a minute. So I'm signing. And I was like, oh, you got some stuff that I need signed for you? He's like, yeah, I sure do. I was like, oh, awesome, man. Are you a fan, or you just need those signed? Which that means, are you a fan who bought them, or are you someone who needs them signed for someone else? That's what that question means. And he goes, oh, no, I'm a fan. I got them from you. I've never seen that guy. So I signed the books for him. He's like, how much you're sending? I said, oh, if you got them, and I stated that. I said, if you got them from me, I sign them for free. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, because I got them from you. I was like, okay, never seen the guy. But I gave it the benefit of the doubt, because there's a possibility he could have bought them, off the website, and I don't recognize, his name or anything. That could have easily happened. Sure. I'm not going to see his face on my website. You know what I mean? So I gave it the benefit of the doubt. I signed them for free. Later that day, I leave my booth to go to the bathroom, and I walk past a certain online flipper that had a booth at the con, and that guy was standing in their booth. And I looked at him, and he looked at me and just looked down. So he was a runner. That's what that is. He's there with that booth, and he's working as a runner. He runs around for that retailer, that flipper. He runs around also. Usually those people, those flippers who have a booth at a show, they'll have 5 or 6 runners, or at least 3 or 4. And they run around and help get signatures from all the different artists that people have paid for those signatures on their website. So he straight up lied to me and to save money. So from this point forward, yeah, for sure, Donald. Yeah, for sure. Get them in, man, while you can, because once that commission list opens, it'll fill up stupid quick. And that's another thing too. You guys who are regulars, who are order many books through the year drawn, just a heads up. The other thing I'm going to tweak to my commissions, you guys don't, my commission list is never closed to you. You get what I'm saying? So I maintain a capped list because I travel so much and I do so much work for publication. I don't want my commission list taking a year or taking 2 years. Now, is it unusual to be on my commission list for 3 months before I get to your name? Sure. If you came in on the tail end of a commission list, you got to wait your turn. Is it unusual for you to deal with a busy artist like myself and some others to be on their commission list for 6 months? Nope, that is not unusual. And don't freak out. But I try to make sure that I don't have anybody that goes past a year unless it's somebody I'm doing a huge project for that's multiple pieces. Like I'm working on one guy's thing. It's like 5 11 by 17 double character, full body background commissions, but he's in no rush or nothing like that. So I work on it in between deadline projects. He's super patient. He's not in any rush, but that's a huge order. And that's 11 by 17, 2 full bodies, full background, fully rendered, cover detail quality. That's a lot longer. But like I said, he doesn't have a time frame, so I can bounce it around. He's at like a year. But I've got 2 of the 4 pieces done, halfway done with the third. But when it comes to normal stuff, sketch covers, headshots don't even go on the commission list because I use them as warm-ups in the morning. Half bodies go on the commission list, full bodies on color on a blank goes on it. But for you guys who shop regularly through the year, because my commission list is closed to new orders, you guys are still fine. Now it may take you a little longer to get it because you're at the back of the bus, so to speak, but you don't necessarily have to worry about that. My commission list is closed. When you're a regular customer, and I'm not throwing shade on a new customer, it's just I have to show, most of the artists don't show love to people that spend tremendous amounts of money with them. They just don't. The freebie here, freebie there, or a discount here or a discount there. That's very few and far between. So I kind of want to do something that's more consistent. So I'm going to make sure that you guys always have access to the orders. So like I said, it may take you a little longer because you're at the back of the list because I have to get them first. They were there first. And they got in when the commission list opened. But I'm not going to close my door to you existing fans who show tons of financial support through the year. Okay, so it benefits you to be more active. So the giveaways I'm changing to is going to benefit you to be more supportive and active. The raffles and stuff are going to benefit you more. Pre-sales are going to benefit you more. So there's another change that's coming to pre-sales. I kind of do it right now. I've been doing it for about 2 years, but it's definitely going to be a little bit more hardcore. So when I do, now I can't speak on other retailer exclusives. I can't, their prices are their prices. My artist exclusives, like example, Feral number 10 was my artist exclusive. I paid to have that book created. It's sold through me. Department of Truth number 0. That was my retailer exclusive or my artist exclusive that was paid for by me. Fully funded by me. The Darkness number 1, that's my artist exclusive, fully funded by me. Starting in 2026, when I do my artist exclusives, whether it's for Image Comics or Dynamite, but it's mine, I did it, I paid for it, or it's Do You Poo that I did, that I paid for, that's under my label, or a Hardly Thin under my label. If it's my projects, I'm going to do special pricing for you guys who bought into the last one. So again, I'm trying to give back to you guys on a more consistent basis based off of your support. So like for case in point, like example, all you guys who just supported Darkness number 1, whether you're a retailer. So I'm also going to show love to you retailers that bought retailer bundles. So I'm going to show you guys love. So for you fans who like example, you back Darkness #1. When I do my next retailer exclusive, whether it's a Do You Poo, or excuse me, I'm sorry, artist exclusive, whether it's a Do You Poo for my label, a Hardly Thin for my label, or Image Comics for my label, whatever the case. If it's mine, if you supported the project prior, you get $5 discount and free signatures. So normally I sell my retailer exclusives for $25 a pop. You get them for 20. Normally my signatures on those types of things are $10 a piece. You get your book signed for free. That's a $15 savings right out the fucking gate. That almost pays for the damn book you just bought. See what I mean? Now for my retailers who do retailer bundles and do retailer exclusives with me. If you're a retailer and you do a Psycho Sal exclusive, or the Mummy, Rise of the Mummy exclusive, or a Cursed Moonlight exclusive, my IPs, I do the artwork for your cover for free. Now I keep the original artwork. You do get the first option to buy it before I make it available to the public, because some of you retailers want the original art for your exclusive. So, but I do the artwork for free. The only thing you pay is the $100 fee that'll go to colors. That's it. That's $600 out the fucking gate you save for doing a retailer exclusive with my IP. Now, there's rules that fit into that. You know, it's a 25 book trade dress minimum order, but you can order as many as you want. But it's 25 minimum. If you want foils, you know, it's 10 minimum. If you want metals, it's 5 minimum. And as far as the print run fee is concerned, I'm not going to upcharge you like some people do. So and I'll be full transparent. Trade dress books with my printer cost me $6 and something. If you count the shipping, it's $5. Well, we'll just talk printing. It's $5 and some change for trade dress. I charge you $8. That's, most people charge you $12.50, $13, $14 just for the trade dress. So all you're paying is just a little over the print cost. It cost me $5 and some change, and I can show you the fucking receipt. It cost me $5 and some change to print that book. I charge you $8. So you're getting 25 minimum, $8 a pop. Okay, then you're selling those for $20 if you're smart, and they will sell. We've proven it time and time again. Psycho Sal #1's had 6 Comic-Con exclusives. Every single one of them were sold out. It's had 5 comic shop exclusives. Every single one sold out. And every single one of those people did like 30 trade dress or 50 trade dress. They did, 10 foils or 15 foils. They did 5 or 10 metals. Foils are, I think they're $8 and some change. Metals are $16 and some change. And you're only paying a little bit of money over that. So it's not much. But I'm doing your artwork for free. Or you can hire your own artist. Now, you don't have to use me for one of my IP exclusives. You can use whatever artist you want, but they have to be approved by me. When the artwork is done, it has to be approved by me. If you're wanting to use some other colorist to do his colors, I need to see the colorist. It has to be approved by me. There ain't nobody putting out no half-ass shit with my name on it. It's not happening. My title, my IP, there are some rules built in. But if you decide to use me as the cover artist, I'll do the cover art for free. $600 savings right there. Now, when the book's printed, I do want, at least 5 copies of the cover. So if you're ordering 25, you need to bump it up to 30. I think that's a damn good trade-off for $600 savings. I'm just saying. Now, for retailer bundles on exclusives in general, so for those that don't know, you can do a retailer bundle of Psycho Sal #1. You can do a retailer bundle of Cursed Moonlight, of Rise of the Mummy. You can. And then I also do, when I do my exclusives for Image Comics, my artist exclusives for Image or Dynamite, and their 500 print runs, if you bought a retailer exclusive last time, you got those books for, I think I sold a 25 batch retailer bundle for $200 plus shipping, I believe is what I did. So What does that break down to? I didn't even really add that up. I just set the price for that. So if you got, $200 and it's divided by, 25 books, I mean, that same scenario. Oh yeah, same scenario, because it cost me $6 for those image books. I had to pay $6 a piece for those books to be printed, plus the shipping on the box. And then I sold you guys the retailer bundles for $8 a pop. You sell them for $15, $20 a piece, at least 20 in my opinion, but you can sell them for 15 and still make profit. So I'll do that same thing. But and I did this with a couple of retailers on this one because I knew them personally. The thing I'm going to make available, if you order retailer bundles in the future, I'll give them to you for the same price, $8 a piece, 25 minimum, and I'll sign every single one of them if you want them signed for free. And then you can charge for the signatures if you want to. That's up to you. Or you can just sell them as is. Or you can get none of them signed. That's up to you. So I tried that with a couple of retailers on some retailer bundles I just did for like Darkness #1 and DOT 13, DOT 0. And I think that's fair. I mean, yes, I'm losing $10 a book at 25 books. I'm sorry, $10 a book at 25 books. I mean, I'm losing $250. Even if I gave them a $50 discount and I made 200. But I look at it as that's me showing and don't get me wrong, they're going to make fucking money off that. I mean, let's be honest. It's not like they're not doing me a huge favor in the sense of, the big game. But it's me showing appreciation to them, wanting to, do a retailer bundle of one of my exclusives. I kind of look at it as a thank you. It took me 20 minutes to sign those 25 books, letting them dry and shit. Ooh, big deal. Yes, they're going to sell them with the signature and tack on $10. Sure. But I want people to make money. I don't nickel and dime every damn body. I mean, those 25 damn books raw, even if they went the low ball side and sold them at $15 a pop, I mean, they're making $375 right there off those books. They spent $200 on them. They made $175, so they made a profit. And they possibly generated new fans for their store, because when they post that they're selling those books, I'll share the post out. And then some of my fans that may not even knew those people existed are now over there looking at their store. You get what I'm saying? So, but if they take the 25 books, and out of the 25, let's say they went wholeheartedly and they had all 25 signed and they're charging $10 a signature. Well, you know what? Let's say lowball, $5 a signature. I mean, at $5 a signature, that's $125 just on the books for the signatures that they profited. So that's you tack on a $15 signature, or a $5 signature and a $15 book. Even doing it on the damn low ball end, that's 25 damn books, times 20. I mean, they just made $500 off 200, or excuse me, they made, they made $500. So they made $300 off a $200 investment. I don't give a shit what industry you work in. That's a stupid profit return on investment. That's a stupid potential. There's nothing else in the game that's going to give you that damn return. Nothing I can think of. So, but like I said, it's okay. I don't have to nickel and dime everything. I don't have to charge everybody for every fart I take. But I look at it because now it's still a win-win for me. Yes, I may have lost that little bit of money, but the overall, it's a win-win for me, because whereas them using my book will generate some of my fans going to them that didn't know they existed, them selling my cover on their whatnot or in their comic shop, etc. Now I'm getting exposed to people in their circle that may not have known who I am. It's a win-win, for both parties. So that's what I'll do on that, because I tried it on a couple of these exclusives. It worked out great. The retailers were super happy about that. They were super grateful about me signing that shit for free, because that's not the norm. So I'm going to do that on future exclusives. If they come in, I'm going to leave it at the $8 as a return retailer bundle buyer, I'm going to leave it at $8 a book. And so they'll get that 25 minimum bundle, all the books signed in that bundle they want signed, whether it's 5 or whether it's all 25. So they get the signatures for free. They stay at the $8 price, and it's across the board. And that doesn't matter whether it's a Psycho Sal exclusive, whether it's an Image Comics exclusive that I did, or Dynamite, or whether it's a Do You Poo. Well, the Do You Poo I can't because they cost way more to create. But anyway, the main exclusives. Do You Poos, you know, they cost me out my ass just to make those books, and that's okay because they sell well. But as far as mainstream is concerned, the big stuff, which is the main stuff they want anyway, we'll leave it at $8 for anybody new that comes in starting 2026. It'll be $10 a book. So when I do an Image Comics exclusive, yes, I pay $6 and some change to have those books printed plus the shipping for the box. So if you divided that up over 500 books, I'm probably paying what, $7 a book. You guys will still get them for $8. That's our return investors, so to speak, in my world, in my business. So you'll get the free signatures. You'll get the $8 per book that you sell for 15 to 20 or more. Some retailers selling them for 25. But anybody new that jumps in that first time, it'll be $10. So, you know, I'm trying to work the whole system where it's built-in benefits for people who support me. And I don't think that's unreasonable. You know, like I said, I appreciate people that are on my friends list. Thank you for being here. But this is a business. And if you're on my friends list and the only time you showed up was for free shit, well, you're shit out of luck. Now, like I said, you know, there's 2 ways to get the free stuff. All you got to do is support me financially through the year to be eligible for those giveaways through the year, or share the hell out of my products. If I see you constantly sharing and you show up for a damn giveaway, you're good. But if I saw you share one damn thing this year, you're not showing up for free shit. It's not happening, because free sharing is free and sharing is easy and it takes all of 10 seconds. So this is bullshit excuse. Oh, I would have shared, but you know, I had this, and this. Fuck that, this, and this. You know you don't, because that piece of shit phone is attached to everybody's hand almost 24/7, and everybody searches the shit out of Facebook. So yeah. So no, my giveaways are going to benefit my fans from now on. The actual supporting fans, financially or sharing wise. 2 ways to earn it. So, and then from now on, my sale events, my discounts, my return customer stuff, that is all benefiting or going into effect for 2026 to benefit those people that I explained. Again, I'm sure that's probably going to piss some people off. I'm sure that's going to make Joe Blow pissed that bought one item 5 years ago. Sorry, boo-boo. I got to take care of mine. And I don't think I'm being unreasonable with that, because again, I'm not trying to sound like a broken record or trying to toot my horn. I do too fucking much for y'all to be ignored, disrespected, and thrown to the side while y'all kiss ass to people that don't even know your damn name. Sorry. I mean, I know that sounds blunt and harsh, but I've watched people show up, win shit in my giveaways. Win a $30 exclusive or a $100 piece of art or a $200 head sketch on a blank, whatever the case may be. See them win it, and then know they were at a Comic-Con I was at, and they couldn't even stop by my table to say hello. So, you know, so from now on, that's the way that's going to work. Commissions are going to work the way I explained. If you didn't hear it, feel free to watch the video. I explained it. Giveaways are going to work the way I explained it. Retailer, I'm going to do some cool shit for retailers in the future. I'm going to do, starting 2026, I'm going to put in some stuff in effect for return retailers. I'm also going to do return retailer discounts, because as you know, when I do a cover for a retailer, it's $600. And I get, you know, so when I do an Image retailer exclusive, or I do a Dynamite Image, a Dynamite exclusive, whoever the company, it's 500 print run order. When I do those company retailer exclusives, I charge $600 to do a cover. I get 40 copies of the book at least when it's printed. as comps, and so I can put them on my table at shows. And I pay for my colorists out of that money, and then I promote the living hell out of it. I handle the pre-sale post. I tag them on every single claim. So I do a shitload for the retailer, but I'm going to give them a discount. So if you're a retailer who's gotten an exclusive through me before, again, whether it's, well, we'll talk about main companies. If you've done a retailer exclusive with me for one of the companies, that 600 fee will go down to a $400 fee on your second cover. So when you do the first one, it's regular price. You send me my comps, we have no issues. That's part of my fee. I want my 40 damn books, and that's not unreasonable for the price I'm giving. Because again, there's already people in my lane of popularity that's charging $700, $750 for a cover, and they're getting it consistently, and they ain't doing none of the shit I do. Sorry, boo-boos, for anybody who wants to disagree with that. But I want to give that love. I want to make sure there's something in effect that's consistent, that you get that love in return. So if you're willing to use me for a retailer exclusive, I'm going to give you that damn discount. And I don't give a shit how you look at it. A $200 discount is a $200 discount. We ain't talking about no 5% or 10%. That's a big damn discount. $200 off of $600. That's huge. I mean, that's huge. So, like I said, but again, that's me showing them appreciation because they're wanting to do something with me. So I want to make sure that they benefit from return trips to me. See, because there's too many artists out here that are bullshit. And where some of us are doing a lot for you guys, and we get ignored because of it. I mean, it's like a bad relationship sometimes. Y'all have heard me joke about that shit. It's like a bad relationship. The worse we treat y'all, the more you fucking want to be around us. The better we treat you, the more you ignore us. I mean, and now, of course, it's not all of you. There's a whole lot of you guys that are great about showing love, showing respect and kindness to the artists who actually know your damn name, that say happy birthday to you, that say congratulations on life events, that say happy anniversary to you and your spouse on that day, that constantly give back to you, that show you tremendous love at shows. So there are some of us that are walking the walk. I mean, somebody asked me one time, like, how can you tell if an artist really gives a shit about you? Because again, you don't have to do giveaways to prove you care about your fans. You don't. And they asked me that when somebody asked me that one day. They were like, how can you tell if you're a fan of an artist and they actually give a shit about you as a person? I said, oh, that's super easy. That is super easy. They tell you happy birthday on your birthday on Facebook. That's one. Because if they don't, I'm sorry, they don't give a shit about you. Every morning, here's my routine. Every morning I get up, I put my breakfast on. I'm usually up around 5:30. I put my breakfast on. I go sit down. I open Facebook. I answer all the PMs. I don't give a shit if it's 50 or 100. I answer every single PM. I don't look at it and go, oh, I'll do that later. I don't ignore it completely. A lot of artists don't answer shit on Messenger. I know I've messaged them to hire them to do covers, and they don't even bother to say shit. They don't even look at their Facebook Messenger. Now, to be fair, they're probably getting 1,000 messages a day. I get it. But you know what? That's our job. If you don't want to do it, don't have the job. But the other thing I do when I'm sitting there, I answer all the PMs. Then I go to my email. I answer any emails that I've gotten through the website or just in general. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not hundreds, or anything like that. It's not insane. It's but I'll spend about an hour answering shit. Then I immediately share out content I need to share. So I share out, Kickstarters if I haven't shared it, that week. I share out retailer exclusives if I haven't shared it that week. I share out raffles if I haven't shared it that week. I share out appearances I might be having coming up if I haven't shared that out. So I do the sharing part, the promoting part of the business. Then the next thing I do is I click that little tab on Facebook that says, you know, the little people emblem on your little emblems, home, people, etc., etc. I click on the people, and there's another tab there that says birthdays. I click on that birthday tab, and it shows me every damn body that's got birthdays today. And I click on every single damn one and say and put happy birthday. That's how you know, in my personal opinion, that somebody somewhat gives a shit about you. That one day a year that they took the time out of their fucking busy day to say happy birthday to you. That's a good way. Now, some people may not agree with that. Sure. Oh, I'm too busy. Bullshit, bitch. You ain't busier than me. It ain't happening. And I'm not saying that as an ego bragging thing, like I said earlier. I'm a workaholic. I work shit tons of hours. You ask anybody around me, I'm not playing video games. I'm not watching TV shows or football. Hey, sweetie, I'm working from the minute I get up to almost the minute I go to bed. And that's 6 days a week. And that's been the pattern for almost 8 years, you know? So no, this bullshit excuse, oh, I don't have time to answer all that. I don't have time to do this or that. You're a damn lie. No, you don't want to make time to do it because you want to go play video games. You want to go smoke weed. You want to go watch football. You want to go play, you know, Call of shit. And you want to play Fortnite. And you want to go post memes all day. Or you want to go bitch about how nobody's buying your artwork. No. If I got time to do it, if I got time to answer every email and every PM daily, if I got time to go, you know, to take a moment to say happy birthday to somebody on a day where most people probably aren't even paying them no attention, let's be honest, you can make time. So that's a good way. You know, if you got fans, you know, in my personal opinion, if you got people that go live and just chat with you, I think that shows they give a shit about you. Not go live and trying to sell you something per se. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying they just go live and they want to talk to you. They just want to, hey, you know, what movies you watching or what, you know, like I'll go live sometimes. I'll just hang out and talk with you guys. Yes, that's an hour I could be working on something and making money. Sure. But I think that's a good way to show fans you appreciate them. You make time to interact with them, talk to them, even whether it's 5 people that show up or 500. It doesn't matter. You know, you went live, you stopped what you were doing, you went live, you talked about projects, or you talked about upcoming events, or you talked about changes to your business, or you talked to them about movies or comics or what they're doing or what they're watching. You know, they appreciate that, you know. I don't know. I think it's relatively easy to recognize artists and creators that give a shit about y'all as fans. And when people can't show you at least a minimal level of love in return, y'all gotta stop giving them your fucking fandom and your money. You got to. Because, you know, I keep telling you guys this, and people hate when I fucking say it, but we don't, you know, we're not in the situation where you owe us something. You know, even though the artists try to make it out like you're lucky I'm here. You're lucky I'm talking to you. You're lucky I'm signing your book. You're lucky I made it to this Comic-Con. You're lucky I drew this. Like, no. You know, you guys don't owe us anything. And if I can take time out of my day to tell somebody happy birthday when maybe most of the people on their friends list aren't, why shouldn't I? If I can take an hour or two out of my, you know, every few days or a couple times a week and go live and just hang out and chit chat with you, why shouldn't I? It shows you I give a shit about you, because I do. I want you guys to have a great time. That's why I behave the way I behave at Comic-Cons. That's why my tables stay full at shows. That's why I can be sitting next to pros that's been in the business for 25 years, and my table next to them in Pro Row is more busy than their table, because I interact with the fans the way I do. And I'm not bashing that person. I don't mean it that way. But let's be honest. Artists need to wake up. They need to go back to that mentality where we owe you guys everything. And we're there to put on a good show for you guys. We're there to give you a great interaction. We're there to show you the appreciation that you just stood in line for hours to get in the door. You just paid all that insane money to get in the door, let's be honest. And then you're over here buying stuff off our tables. The least I can do is give you a couple minutes at a show to engage and talk. Because any of you that see me at a show, I'm not sitting there, like, I'll tell you what's on my table. I'll tell you what's new if you're a returning fan since the last time I saw you. But then we sit and talk. We talk about comics. We talk about movies. We talk about TV shows. We talk about what you liked about what books you're buying. We talk about other merchandise you bought from other people. Like I talked to you about that. Like that's what it's about, is showing you guys how grateful I am that you came to see me and that you took time out of your life to engage with me. You took time out of your hard-earned money also to buy stuff from me. The least I can do is make sure you have a positive interaction and a great time. I mean, I had a lady at Cajun Con this past weekend. It was her and 4 little kids. And they came to my table. They're walking down the aisle. They stopped at my table. They're looking, the kids, oh, you know, and I'm engaging the parent. I'm talking to the children. Oh, you guys having a great time? You know, oh, yeah, the kids are talking. Like, I'm talking to the kids. A lot of artists, the only people they talk to is the money. You notice that? The only people they talk to is the money. Well, me and some other people, we're talking to the children also. We engage them. We bring them into the experience. And you know, I was sitting there and then I was talking to the lady again, and you know, I'm like, you guys having a great time? And she's like, oh yeah, they're having a great time. She said, this is actually the first con we've ever been to. And this is first for me, it's the first for them. So we just got in the door. We're having a great time because you come in the door, they took a left and like right down that celebrity row, that's where I was. And I said, this is y'all's first show? Like ever? And she was like, yeah, we've never been to one. And these kids are like little, like they're what, 6, 7, maybe 8 at the most, so little. And she was like, no, she's like, this is the first time. We just walked in the door. You're this like the third booth that caught our eye, and we stopped. And so I explained to her who I was, told her, you know, a little bit about me. And I said, well, you know what? I was like, let's do this. Since this is y'all's first time and I'm y'all's first pro comic artist you've ever met, and I'm sure this will piss somebody off because you're setting unrealistic standards. That's the comment I've heard before. So I looked at the 4 little kids and I said, hey guys, I tell you what, look up there at my print wall. Tell me which one's your favorite character on the wall. Now, of course, artists have done that. Oh, what's your favorite? Who do you like? You know, are you Marvel? You do, you know, so that, you know, I've seen artists do that. And I'm sure, you know, that's what they were thinking. So they look up, the first kid's like, oh, I like Art the Clown. And of course, David's there. David Thornton, the guy that plays him. He's like, I want Art the Clown. Well, not want. He said, I like Art the Clown, man. That one's cool. And I was like, okay. And then I asked the neighbor, I was like, which one's your favorite? And, you know, the little girl's like, you know, she's like, I like the Wonder Woman. And, you know, and then the other little boy picked out one he liked. And then the other little boy picked out one he liked. I just reached in my damn print box, pulled them out, signed them, and gave them to him. $80 I just gave away. Not a fucking big deal. Those kids lost their mind. That woman, absolutely ridiculous emotional about it. She was absolutely floored, you know, because again, it's not normal. And I'm not saying everybody else has to do that, but occasionally it doesn't hurt, especially when somebody's new. They freaked out. She was all kinds of damn emotional about it. And it made my day. Those kids are grinning from ear to ear. Those kids and that lady will never, ever, ever forget that moment. I just created a core memory none of them will ever forget. And I set an experience for them that they should expect. Not free shit, just that interaction and that appreciation for coming out. And I told her that. I was like, well, no, it's okay. I was like, I appreciate you guys coming out. I appreciate you guys stopping at my table. It's awesome. You guys are getting to meet all these see all these different booths and celebrities. And I was like, you'll see a bunch more as you walk around. I was like, you know what? But I want to be the first one to welcome you to your first Comic-Con. And, and they'll never forget that. Matter of fact, to the point of appreciating that type of sentiment, she came back later in that day and brought the promoter or one of the helpers with the promoter was there talking to us and or at the celebrity next to us, and she went and got that person, and they both came to the table. Hey, what's up, Michael? And that lady said, she said, I just want to tell you how much we appreciated what you did. You absolutely set the tone for us for this entire show. When she came back at the end of the day, she said, you set the tone from that point forward. Every single one of these kids were on cloud nine. My experience with you, I was beyond ecstatic. She's like, you set the tone for this entire show. Now, think about if I'd have been an artist that had been rude to them, shitty to them, dismissive to them, didn't acknowledge the children. They would have walked away from it. Well, fuck that guy. Wow, man, I come all the way out here to see that person, and they couldn't even say hi to me, or they couldn't even acknowledge my children that was standing. Like, that would have set the tone in a whole different way. They may have never come back to another show ever. So we have a lot of power in how we treat the fans, whether they're brand new people we've never met or existing fans that's been there from the get-go. And I've seen some of you artists at shows where you're dismissive to people you don't know. You don't engage the family as a whole. You don't engage the children. You're talking to the penny bank that you might can milk a nickel out of, and the only thing you're talking about, like when those people walked to my table, like I didn't even give them the spiel of who I was until I explained, after they told me the first time to their show, and then I told them who I was. What's up, Clay? Appreciate it, man. Thank you. So, and I'm not saying you got to give away free stuff. That's not the part I'm trying to emphasize. The part I'm trying to emphasize is that engagement of how I treated that person and her children. And I set the entire tone for that show, and that's exactly what she said. She's like, you set the tone. She said, I just want to let you guys know who are working the show that this person right here made our absolute day. This is our first time at any event ever, and he absolutely set the tone for us for the entire show. And we will definitely be back next year. Those were her words. That's the power we have by treating somebody that way. Whereas if I'd have been dismissive or I'd have been rude, they may have walked around that show with everybody else being dismissive or just casual, barely engaging, which is what a lot of people do at shows. They sit behind that table playing on their phone. Oh, hey guys, how you doing? If you need something, let me know. And they go back to their damn phone. Or they talk to the penny bank and they don't say shit else to the other family unit. I've seen it all. And then they bitch about how nobody buys anything. Well, I wouldn't buy shit from you. If you can't give me 30 seconds of your time to say hi, I can tell you right now, this shit I see at shows, and I get that you got to move a line, but if I'm a fan of somebody and I walk up to you, I don't give a shit if you're a celebrity or a damn artist. If I walk up to your table and you're sitting there and your little handler sitting there and I got to engage your handler, pay them, that's fine. But then when I look over to you and they hand you the books, or I hand you the books I want signed, and all you do is look up at me and sign it and hand it back, I won't ever, ever, ever give you another damn ounce of my fandom. I understand the line's got to move. I get it. But if you can't look up and say, hey, man, how you doing? You having a good day? You having a good time? Oh, man. Oh, what you got? What do I need to sign? Oh, shit, dude, that's a great one, man. I love that. Like, if you can't give me that 30 seconds of engagement, I can get more from a hooker for the same damn $30. You can get more from a damn streetwalker than you can some of these fucking artists who think that everybody owes them everything. So, but that's y'all's fault on that situation. Stop giving your fandom to people who treat you like a number in a line. Stop. Don't go back. That's how that shit changes. You have the power. We don't in that scenario. We have the power to dictate whether you have a bad experience or a good experience, and that should be treated with respect. But you guys have the power to control who is disrespectful to you. I mean, again, whether it's you ordering a commission you don't like, talk to the artist, give them a chance to fix it. Whether you're standing in a line and they can't look up to you. I've watched people sign shit, ship it, sign shit, ship it, sign shit, ship it, and never look up at the people they're signing the shit for. I can tell you right now, you get a thought process from me real quick at your table if you pulled that shit with me. I'd make sure everybody in that line knew what I thought of you at that point. I don't give a shit whether I got thrown out. But because that's so disrespectful, and we're seeing it more common now, especially now that ship and sign, that's a bit more actors and voice actors and shit because they're trying to move this line. But you can give somebody 30 seconds. They stood in that line for 3, 4, 5 hours in some cases. You can give them a minute of your damn time. And I don't give a shit what a handler's got to say about it. So yeah, like I said, you fans, you do control a big aspect of this industry. You control who gets respected and seen and who gets your fandom. Don't give your money, don't give your fandom to people that don't appreciate you. It's that simple. I don't give a shit what book it's on or what cover art it is. Don't do it. This is not a bad relationship that you have to stay invested for the children. You know what I'm saying? Yes, no, hell no. Show love to the people that show love to you and be damned everybody else. It's that simple. And if they don't like it, they need to fix it. They don't need to get pissed at me for calling it out. They don't need to get pissed at me for telling fans what you should expect from us. They just need to do better. Because if you're pissed at me for what I'm saying, it's because you're doing it and you need to do better. Fans are the bloodline. And you know what? I think I'm going to have a new shirt made. Fans are the bloodline of comics. I think I'm going to have a new shirt made. Yep. Because you guys are. I can walk away tomorrow. This machine will move like I never existed. Jim Lee, Todd McFarlane, anybody, they all could walk away tomorrow and the machine might hiccup for an hour. Whoa, shit, holy hell, that's it. It never stopped. It just hiccup, it just hiccup. It was a speed bump. Damn, Jim Lee's gone, speed bump. Stan Lee's gone, speed bump. The machine keeps rolling. But you screw over enough of the fans, you chase away enough of the fans, there's no more comics. There's no more Comic-Cons. There's no more commissions. There's no more merch. There's no more indie books. There's no more signatures. There's no more fandom. It's all done. And it's not a portion. It's not a section. You chase away the fans, it all crumbles. It all crumbles. I go away, nothing. Jim Lee goes away, nothing. But you chase away these fans. So I'm sorry. If you don't like what I'm saying, that's your own damn fault and you should do better. The fans deserve better. So, but anyway, I'm going to get off here, guys. I'm going to grab some lunch and then get my ass back to work. I'm working on some big 11x17 commissions. If you have not backed Rise of the Mummy, guys, come on, please do me a favor. It's about 2 of my daughters. It's a one-shot comic, one book. It's about 2 of my daughters versus a mummy in the 1920s in Egypt. It's a good read, fully scripted and written by me. Artwork on the interiors by Arturo. We got lots of great guest artist covers on it, great bundle prices. So you retailers that make money off me, that I promote you, go back my damn Kickstarter. You artists who I've shared my spotlight with and given work to, go back my damn Kickstarter. You can go spend $15 on it, $20 on it. We are so close to passing the 6K mark. Help us hit it. We only have 3 days left, and that will go quick. For any of you who have backed it, what's up, Ryan? For all of you people that have backed Rise of the Mummy, I love you. Thank you so much. That was a fun project. For those that don't know, I did 2 just off-the-wall fun projects. I wanted to take a stab at fully scripting a book myself, not just writing the story concept. Yeah, it's going to be a fun one. You know, so I created Curse Moonlight a few months ago, one shot comic, one story. That was about my twin daughters, Victoria and Olivia, versus a werewolf in the Appalachian Mountains. And then, of course, we did this follow up. It was a fan voted one. Also, I gave you guys the choice between my two daughters, my oldest and youngest daughter, Shelby Shelby and Ashley, versus a vampire in the 1700s, Dracula, or them versus a mummy in the 1920s Egypt. And the Egypt one won by a large margin. So do me a solid, guys. Go drop $15, $20, $30 on the Kickstarter. Help us pass the 6K mark just so we have a really good in the black on it. The book is done. The book is beautiful. The interior art is gorgeous. The covers are gorgeous. We did it in traditional black and white on the interiors. Again, staying true to, you know, the classics like we did on Curse Moonlight is black and white on the interiors. But it's a fun read. It really is. You guys will dig it. But go jump on that. Make sure you guys check out The Ferryman Presents The Doll Maker. That Kickstarter is active right now for Chris Hayes. That is my cover for The Doll Maker. That book is going to be creepy as hell. So make sure you go back that, show some love. A heads up, everybody that backed, that pre-purchased my Darkness #1 artist exclusive that I did with Image Comics under my label, I've got to pick those up this week. So I'll probably be going either tomorrow or Wednesday to pick that up. I got to drive 4 hours. I have to drive 4 hours to El Dorado, Arkansas, pick that box of books up, drive 4 hours back home. So I got to do a 9-hour round trip either tomorrow or Wednesday to go pick these books up because they got delivered to Gabe's Cave. I did it through Gabe's Cave Comic Shop, but it's an artist exclusive, you know, with my label on it and everything. So it's funded by me. But I'll have those in hands. We'll get those shipped out here soon. But yeah, like I said, go check out the covers. You know, go grab your favorite cover off the Rise of the Mummy. We've got some beautiful covers on there for you guys. Including some gold foil rares, things like that. So make sure you guys go check that out. The other thing also, I think that's it though for Kickstarters. If I'm forgetting something, please forgive me. And then as far as Psycho Sal is concerned, we will, so I sent out a mail on Psycho Sal #9 Kickstarter reminding the people who did pay over time, either today or tomorrow or sometime, they are going to be pulling your third and final payment. Please make sure your money is there. Check your Kickstarter. Make sure you have your payment information still saved on the Kickstarter because sometimes it will delete it. On the pay over time option, you know, it's split into 3 payments. Whatever you backed on the Kickstarter, they pull the first payment day 1. 30 days later, they pull the second payment. And then 30 days after that, they pull the third and final payment. Sadly, we lost $650 on the second payment. So because people didn't have their payment information correct or the money wasn't there, so it got dropped. So please, for the love of God, check your payment stuff. I don't want to see people go to the banned list, the block list, because like I said, I'm not playing that game no more. I have, you know, we do limited quantities on this stuff. Some people are claiming shit that's only a 1 of 1 and then they don't pay. That's happened before. We're not playing those games anymore. You know, if you don't fulfill your commitment, you won't be eligible for anything I ever do again. I'm just not playing that game. The same thing with the person this morning. You know, I did 10 Christmas mystery boxes about a month ago. All of them sold. I had one that the person was like, oh man, he's like, I really wanted, because my mystery boxes are stupid. They're ridiculous. I mean, that box is $150 and it's got $300 worth of stuff in it. Like actual stuff. If you went to my website and bought it, that's what you would have paid for it. So I do stupidly badass mystery boxes. So every single one of them sold out within the first week. So this guy was like, oh man, I want one so bad. I can't pay for it, you know, until, you know, the 3rd of December. And, you know, I get paid twice a month. I was like, man, it's okay. I was like, you know, it's fine. I'll message you, or I'm sorry, December the or the end of January, end of November, and then his next payment was December 12th. He was like, I get paid on this date. I was like, it's okay. I work with people. I was like, but I explained it to him. Now, make sure you send it, because if you don't, you're going to get labeled as a non-payer because somebody else would have bought this box, And I was like, so if you don't pay, you're going to get labeled as a non-payer. You're going to go to the block list, and you won't be able to do shit else I do. No, I got you, man. I got you. Well, 2 weeks ago, on November the 28th, he was supposed to pay then. Oh man, something came up. I knew it was bullshit. It's always bullshit. But he's like, but I got you, man. Just give me until the till the 12th. I got you. Okay. So Friday, I message him, no answer. Saturday, I message him again, no answer. Sunday, message him again. He read it, no answer. Well, I'm done. Daddy don't play. So he's officially banned. He's blocked on all social media, so he will not be able to benefit from shit else I do in the future. And now, mind you, this is someone who's won one of my giveaways. He won a $60 signed exclusive earlier this year, and he hasn't done shit else. But he won that while one of my existing fans missed out. Hence why I'm changing the way I do giveaways. So he showed up for a giveaway, never bought shit, won a $60, $40 or $60 exclusive. I can't remember what it was, but he won something. And then he, wanted this. And I gave him an extension after he already had 2 weeks. I gave him another extension for another 2 weeks, almost. Technically another 2-week extension. And now he completely ignored me. After reading the message yesterday yesterday, he didn't even bother to answer. So I've got that mystery box if somebody wants it. It's $150 plus shipping. It's got $300 worth of stuff in it. It's got an actual head sketch in it in color. That's $180 by itself. For the sale price, it was $150. It has 3 signed prints in it. That's $90 by itself. It has 3 signed random exclusives that I've done cover art for different projects and companies. That's $80. So don't be that asshole. Oh well, shit. Yeah, Clay, 1 out of the 10 I made, and it's ready to go. All I gotta do is throw it in the mail to whoever buys it. So don't be that asshole. If you can't buy shit, don't buy shit. If you have no interest in buying shit, don't commit to shit. But I ain't playing those games. People are going to show us artists, us indie creators, the same damn respect they show flippers and resellers who aren't doing shit for the majority of you. I do too much to be getting shit on. Somebody else would have bought that box, a month and a half ago. And I turned down somebody that wanted one because I only did 10. And then somebody I was like, man, I'm sold out, man. I only do 10 of them every December, or, right before Christmas. But I told him, I was like, but I tell you what, when I do my spring mystery box, I'll make sure to message you and I'll give you $20 off. See what I mean? I do too fucking much for assholes like that. So yeah, Clay, if you want it, send me a PM. I just posted this morning. Now, to be fair, Clay, I haven't looked at that post since I posted it a couple hours ago. If I look and somebody's already claimed it, then there's nothing I can do. It has to be first come, first served. So I apologize. But I'll keep you in mind for the mystery one if somebody's claimed that one, and I'll give you $20 off the order. That's already stupidly discounted. I always do 2 mystery boxes, and I only do 10 of them each time. I do a Christmas mystery box that's $150 with $300 worth of stuff in it. Then in springtime, around March or April, around April, May, I do a mega mystery box that's $300, has $500 worth of merch in it. And I still don't know who got the that random might be in there. One of the mystery boxes has a random signed exclusive in it, artist exclusive, artist proof. That's $100 book by itself. In one of those 10 boxes, there's a random $100 artist exclusive, artist proof rather, that's limited to I think it's less than 50 in the world or some shit like that. Somebody got that. I don't remember if somebody did yet or what, but oh, somebody claimed it. Okay. I'll check it in a minute. I hadn't had a chance to look yet. Now, because I always do 10. Now, don't get me wrong. I've got one mystery box that's there also that's fully ready to go, but that's not part of the 10. What that is let's say somebody's mystery box gets lost in the mail or gets extremely damaged. I have one mystery box I can replace theirs. Now, so what usually happens, that 1/11th mystery box, technically, that one will sit there until next year. If everybody gets their 10 boxes and there's nothing wrong, no kind of crazy shit happen with shipping, which everybody should have their mystery boxes by now, other than this one that I got to ship out tomorrow. So once that one lands and there's nothing wrong with it, I'll have that 11th box technically. But like I said, normally that just sits in my closet until next year, and I just put it in with the next 10. I do that with all my stuff. That when it comes to rare stuff, whether it's metals or foils or whatever on Kickstarters, I always have 1 or 2 copies extra once everything ships and I know everybody's got their books. I'll have those left over, but I usually don't put them up for sale. I stick them in my box in there, and sometime later that year, I do them as giveaways. Or I'll randomly put them in some fan's package that ordered something from me. So there's no telling. But back to Psycho Sal. So make sure your money's there. Make sure your payment's there, because it's like today or tomorrow, they're going to be taking that third payment. Please don't screw me. We've already had a $650 issue. Please don't screw me. Make sure your money's there. Make sure your payment information's up to date and correct and is actually on there, because sometimes they will delete it. The print order goes to the printer Friday. So we'll know exactly how many books we need to print. Make sure we didn't lose a bunch of people on the third payment of the pay over time. But Psycho Sal number 9, of course, is already done, but the book goes to print on Friday. We've got some of the stretch goals and other stuff being printed already. We're getting the hats made for the physical backers. When we pass the stretch goal, we're getting the Psycho Sal trucker hats made for everybody that spent, I think it was $80 or more on the Kickstarter, gets a Psycho Sal trucker hat for free. So they spent $80 and they're getting a $30 down stretch goal for free, on top of all the merch they already got. So, but yeah, so go back to Mummy, guys, please go check it out. Sadly, no, Donald, but this one's a little easier. So I couldn't really do a signature thing with, well, I still can't, because they're split. So Shelby still lives here. Olivia still lives here, but Ashley's 3 hours away and Victoria is 3 hours away now. So sadly, no, but I am planning something, because there's a good bit of you guys. What's up, James? There's a good bit of you guys who, thank you, James. There's a good bit of you guys who have asked me about Victoria and Olivia signing Cursed Moonlight, and Ashley and Shelby signing Rise of the Mummy. And of course, so what we're going to plan, I'm going to work around one of the next times they're coming up to visit for a birthday or holiday, which will probably be around March. I think we have some birthdays in March that they'll be in town for. But I'll double confirm, but I'm pretty sure it's March. So when they're coming into town, we're going to set up a signing event. And we'll treat it like a CGC signing event or an in-store comic shop signing event. You guys can ship me your Cursed Moonlights. You can ship me your Rise of the Mummies, and we'll do a signing event in here in my home. We'll do a live signing event with them. I'll sign the books for free, but we'll charge $10 a signature on their signatures, and they get the money. It'll go straight to them. I'll sign both books for free. All right. But, the books, as far as their signatures are concerned, you'll send your book, you'll pay your $20 per book for the signatures, $10 for each one of the girls, and that money goes straight to the girls. Okay. So it'll help them. That's the only thing I know to do. Because, you know, used to when the other two girls lived here, it wasn't a big deal. You know, I could just slap $10 on there for signatures and they could come down here, sign the book, and we give them the $10, you know, per signature. But now that two of them live 3 hours away, it's harder. And they moved before Curse Moonlight went into Kickstarter. So, you know, it wasn't recent. But yeah, we'll do that. We'll do like a fun signing event. You guys, I'll go live. You guys will get to chat with the girls. You guys will get to, you know, meet them, and we'll get them to sign the books for you. And like I said, I'll sign them for free, and we'll charge like $10 for them to sign the books, and they get the money, so it goes straight to them. I think that would be fun. I think they would enjoy it. I think they'd have a blast with that. You guys would get to actually meet my 4 daughters. Some of you've met my daughters at shows and stuff, or visiting with me on live videos. But it'll give you guys a chance to actually visit with them, interact with them, get their thoughts on the book, things like that. I think it'd be kind of fun. I think they would dig it. But I believe we got some birthdays in March that they will be in town for. So we'll try to set up a couple hours on one of those days where we could just do a live signing event and a fan interaction kind of thing. But I'll give you guys plenty of notice so you can get your books sent in, and we'll do that. We can send some of them to CGC if you want to. You know, it'd be kind of cool to see the girls slabbed, you know, that'd be kind of cool. But anyway, I'm going to get off here, guys. Like I said, help us out, please. Go back, Rise of the Mummy. We're almost to 16K. It's a great story. You really are going to enjoy it. It's a family story about two sisters. So I think you'll dig that aspect of it. It's action-packed from start to finish, so I think you'll dig that. But the artwork is gorgeous. Like I said, Arturo does the artwork for me on the interiors. And I mean, look at that artwork, dude. It's freaking gorgeous. I mean, he has killed it. Absolutely beautiful. But yeah, make sure you guys go check that out. We literally only have 3 days left. Now, another thing for you guys that have been asking, it is coming. The Psycho Sal statue. We are working on it. We're trying to figure out the details and finalization of everything. It's not going to be cheap. I'll be straight honest with you. But we'll try to do it in 2 styles, 2 formats. One is exactly what you're looking at with the color scheme, where it's this you know, primed out gray color that looks more like a statue. But then we're going to have a full colored option. But now I will let you guys know now the way the full colored option will work. Yes, Donald, I think I got a few copies left of issue number 1, cover A. Just send me a PM and I'll pull it for you. But yeah, I think I got a few copies of cover A number 1. So and it's not just this image. So let me give you the idea of it. So this is what we're thinking. And those little things you're seeing on him right there, if you can see that, me mousing over it, those are bullet holes. But that's the way they look on the 3D sculpt. So it's the character, but it's also this rooftop platform thing he's standing on. So it's a full diorama. So it's him standing on a rooftop. So it's a piece of the rooftop. Now, I want you to keep in mind, this sumbitch is 22 inches tall. Well, actually counting the platform is 24. The platform's almost 2 inches thick. This is a 1/4 scale statue. It's almost 2 feet. Well, it is 2 feet tall. That's a 4th scale. That's huge. Those normally sell 700 plus. So it's not going to be cheap. Now, will there be a smaller version? I highly doubt it, because the production of this shit is ridiculous. Because it has to, so we'll have the gray version, but we'll have a fully colored version. Now, here's where it's tough. That colored version, all this stuff you see behind me, those are hand painted. Every single one. When you're dealing with Sideshow, XM, Spec, any of these big statues, they are literally hand painted. So the Psycho Sal, on the painted version will be hand painted, but it'll be hand painted by me. So it'll come signed by me on the bottom of the platform it stands on, and they will come numbered. So the gray version will come signed and numbered by me. The painted version, again, hand painted by me. Well, and trust me, I can paint some statues. I used to do those as a hobby a long time ago. Tons of built statues that I painted. But it will come signed, will come numbered. It's not going to be cheap. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm not saying it's going to be no $700-800, but like I said, I got to work with a team to get it sculpted, because I don't do 3D sculpt, which that's what it's looking like. I've got to work with someone who can resin 3D print them. So, and they're heavy. So the base is heavy. The bottom half of the statue is heavy. Yeah, there'll be an option. There will be an option for both, with a discounted price for both. The other thing, the shipping's not going to be cheap, because we're not making no hollowed out plastic. No, don't get me wrong. 3D prints are beautiful. Now, I mean, this is an example of one. 3D print, and the video is not going to do this justice. The 3D prints are beautiful, and we've had a 3D print of one of my designs done before in the past. So we did one of these in the past. So that was my Bad Who Laughs Batman 50-50 split, which was based off of my print design, my metal. So I paid someone to sculpt this. I paid someone to print this. We sold these to a lot of you fans. We created only 25 or 50 of these in the world. And this thing is about 8 inches tall, and it's heavy. It's full resin. So we wanted weight. So it's not hollowed out. And it comes with, of course, the platform and everything it stands on. So it's fully primed. It's resin. It's not that other cheap material with 3D print. It's full resin. But I wish I could get you a better image. But this thing, there we go. That's a little better. But this thing is ridiculous. But that was based off of my Bad Who Laughs Batman Fractured State print design. And we sold those for $125 a pop. And there were only 25 of them made, I think. We sold them for $125 a pop in the statue colored version, the concrete version. It's not concrete, I just mean the color, to where it looks like a statue. So we primed it out with the proper prime and everything that makes it look like the way a statue that's been sculpted would look. And it's heavy. Like I said, it's solid resin from pretty much halfway all the way down. We sold those for $125 a pop plus shipping, and they sold out in the first day. So, so we're going to do, we're going to do the Psycho Sal. It's just time consuming. I still have to find someone that can print them. And sadly, they're going to have to be pre-sold, just like the way Sideshow and everybody does. And for those that don't know, when Sideshow orders up a pre-order, that's why it takes you a year to almost a year and a half to get your statues, because they pre-sale the orders. That's also why they're numbered print runs. So like case in point, that Joker right there that I just got, that's a 1/1 scale Joker sculpted by the FX artist Rick Baker. Did all those movies, American Werewolf in London, Harry and the Hendersons, Men in Black, some Star Wars stuff, many stuff. Redid the Wolfman movie. There's only 122 of those in the world, and they were pre-sold. Once the pre-sale closes, they put in the order to the manufacturer. They have them, they have it created. What's up, Tyler? They have them hand painted, and then they ship them out to you. That's why it takes a year to get them. So, so we're going to do the same thing. We'll have to pre-sell them because they will be numbered, and it'll only be, yep, that's right. Oh man, Rick Baker's the man. There ain't no doubt about that. I thought he passed, but somebody told me he hadn't. But I thought he did. I guess he just stepped away from the stuff, and it's just his company that does it now. But yeah, so any of those types of statues you guys see, even those down there, they're all pre-sold. They come numbered. Oh, and that one right there, I think I got number 22. It's either number 22 or 21 out of only 122 in the world. Yeah, that's badass. A lot of my statues, I got really lucky. A lot of them are low numbers, but even stuff like these big ones, there's only 300 in the world in some of these, maybe 500. Like they're always super low. So, you know, the Psycho Style will be a low print run, but we will have to pre-sell it. But like I said, the sculpt is coming along badass. I mean, badass. And this thing's going to be 1/4 scale. So it's going to be 24 inches tall. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to check what I told him. Shit, him by himself might be 24 inches him, and then the platform's another 2 inches. So, oh yeah, I love my collection, man. I'm super proud of my collection. I mean, I still got one. I got one in the box over here I hadn't even opened up yet. I ordered that last year, and it just got here a couple weeks ago. So, but that's why, like I said. So we're going to do it. It's coming. Bear with me. This one is a super slow process because I got to find out. I got to find someone I can trust to print them, to create them, and see what that's going to cost per piece. Because again, we're not printing one little bitty statue that can be done all in one piece, and that's 8 inches tall. This bitch is 24 inches tall, and it might just be him. I can't remember if it's him plus the bust or him and then another 2 inches for the base. I mean, not bust, base. So yeah, it's coming, man. Just bear with us. I cannot wait to see that one. Holy shit. That thing is going to be insane. But I own so many 1/3 and 1/4 scale statues. I had to do at least a 1/4 because that's all I really collect now. Like all these short statues you guys see, all these 6 inches and 12 inches and toys. I'm about to sell every bit of that. I just don't collect those anymore. So everything I collect now, the majority of my collection are either 1/1 life size or they're 1/4. I mean 1/3 scale or 1/4 scale. Those down there are 1/4. So all the big ones. So because it takes up so much space, I can't really mess with any of this little stuff anymore. You know what I mean? But yeah, go check out the Kickstarter. Go show some love. Go check out Chris's Kickstarter for the Doll Maker. That book is going to be so good. It's creepy as hell. You guys are going to love it. And the covers are pretty damn badass. But go show love to the Mummy, man. That's my 2 daughters in that book. We've got about 62 backers, I think, give or take. We're about 30 backers short of what normally show up for Kickstarter. So where are you guys at, man? Go grab that book. You voted on it. But anyway, you guys have a great day. Thank you for hanging out with me. Remember, you guys are the bloodline to this industry. You guys deserve our appreciation, our love, and our affection. You guys deserve us giving you a positive interaction. Don't tolerate bullshit. Don't tolerate disrespect. Like I said, we owe you guys everything. It's not the other way around. But you guys have a great day. For everybody that's back to Kickstarter so far, I love you. You're badass. Thank you again. And I will talk to you guys later. Take care, guys.